Hi, welcome back to the channel. My name is Marlee Muhlbauer, and this is Be Planted. This channel is dedicated to inspiring women to understand that they already have all the tools within them to be able to walk into the fullness that Jesus has for their life. Sister, whatever you have going on, the worry, the stress, the overwhelm, all the negative around you, know that if you lay it at Jesus' feet, it will all be over. Whatever you are trying to figure out, staying up at night worrying about, and He already has the answer. He already has the solution for it, and He can open doors and make ways and part seas like you could never do in your worldly fashion. So, this is all about understanding the promises that He has for your life, taking them in, rooting them deep, and believing that they're for you. So let's get planted together. Okay, today's devotional is going to be all about created. So I am a creative person. I love all things like color matching, color wheels, color schemes, colors. I love painting, arts, and sewing, decorating homes, like whatever it is. I love being creative. All the things creative, like Pinterest. I'm a Pinterest junkie, definitely. So if you are creative like me, when I had this aha moment in the Word one day, it just blew me away. So I bet you'll have the same thing if you're a creative like me. So some of the things that we like, it's colors, it's shades of colors, not just your regular everyday, rainbow colors. I love different, shades and hues and putting different hues and shades together. Guess what? God created those shades, those hues, those colors, everything that you love to do, all the creative artsy things that you love to put together. He did those and He made them good and He made them joyful and happy. When I see, colors flowing together or a decorated house that just goes together, that just brings me joy. Or like if I'm working on something and I'm, coloring it and doing Bible, journaling, and that just, the thing just works right, or I'm able to draw it just so, it brings me joy. And so God created those to bring us joy. And so the things that we are able to create and the things that we are able to do, no matter what it is, whether it's a kid's science project that you helped him with or whatever it is, God allowed you to be able to do that. And how amazing is that? Like He created those things so we would have that joy. That's kind of cool when you think about it like that. So one of these verses, when I was in here, it's kind of overused just a little bit. I know that you have heard it. A lot of times it's used like in nurseries or like baby showers, things whenever a mom is pregnant. You hear it a lot. So this is going to be Jeremiah 1:5. So it says, "Before I formed you in the womb, I knew you. Before you were born, I set you apart. I appointed you as a prophet to the nations." So one of the tips and tricks I give about diving deep and getting really planted in Scripture is, if you have a Scripture that is kind of common that you already know, go to either a different go into the Bible app, and it's called Bible Gateway. They have different versions of the Bible. I definitely use that a lot. My three favorites are going to be the Living Bible, the Message version, and then the Passage Translation. Those are my three. So if you're still not quite getting it or getting to the meat and the bones of what God was really trying to say there, and it just kind of seems kind of worldly, that you're just reading words and you're not the scriptures aren't being written on your heart, I like to go a little bit deeper. So what I do is I actually Google the definition of words. And you're thinking, Marlee, that's what in the world, right? You know what those words mean. Yes, I know what those words mean. Like if I was going to use them in a sentence, but I don't have every definition of every word memorized. So it's nice to kind of have that refresher. So I go to Google and define it. So after I define those things, it really kind of gave me this light bulb moment into what God really did when He formed us in the womb. So formed means that He created us. So I envision Him having like a sketchbook, and it's saying Marlee on there. So I love to sew. I was actually a clothing designer for a time when my daughter actually would wear ruffles. She's super sporty, and so that was only a short amount of time. But when I did that, I would have a sketchbook and I would envision of how these clothes were going to turn out. That's what He did to us. Every little detail, every little ruffle here, every little, sash, every little thing what is my daughter going to need? As a daughter of a king, is she going to need love? She's going to need her to look a certain way. She's going to have a personality a certain way. Her hair, her skin, all of those are going to be those things. But she's also going to have the fruits of the spirits in there. She's going to have, insight, and she's going to have boldness here, and she's going to have courage here. All the things that are out. He did that for you, sister. Do you realize the time that it takes to really design something? Like an architect, it takes him years and years and years to design a building and to have it, see it to fruition. God took that much time. When it says that he did it before. So he knew that you were so special before you were a thing, before you were living, before you were in your mother's room. He thought you were special enough to take, this God of the universe thought you were special enough to take time before. So he spent time before he did that to put you in this sketchbook, give you every design and every tool and everything that you would need to fulfill the purpose you have on earth. He put those in there, and he did not miss a single detail. You are perfect exactly where you are. And if you think that you're lacking something, what if it is that you haven't tapped into some of those seeds that are still in your heart? That is something that I ask God for frequently. What am I not tapping into? What is the fullness that I need to be able to walk into? What are some things that I'm stopping myself? Is my anxiety, blocking some of the blessings, some of those seeds from growing? Is my worries, or something I need to lay at your feet? Is there's just, what is it within the world? Is it the music? Is it the TV? But on a daily basis, I chose to stop watching the news and use that time for sermons, like in the morning, like getting ready, or having worship music playing, filling my time and my days with things that are going to grow the seeds in my heart. So with that being said, so he spent time before. So before I formed you in the womb, he spent time to create you and sketch you out exactly the way it's supposed to be. And it says, and then it also says that before you were born, he set you apart. So to truly set someone apart means that you are amazing. So the way that he sketched you out, he's not like when I had my clothing line, I would have like this fall line. And so the fall line was, 4 or 5 pieces, and then the whole fall line was that. No, every person is unique and set apart. So what does that mean? What does that mean for me, Marlee? What exactly are you saying? How does it mean that I'm set apart? What it means is this. It says, before God spent time to equip and design me for a specific purpose. So when he decided, okay, Sally Mae, Courtney Jean, whatever your name is out there, daughter of the King, he knew, yes, the world needs you. You have a reason. You have kingdom building here on earth. You have purpose you have service purpose. That is one of the things that I think that is not talked about in women very much. One of our purposes here on earth, and a main purpose, is to serve others. And one of the ways the devil has really killed that is by comparison. Oh, well, I can't serve her because my house is dirty. She's gonna judge me. She can't come over, and I can't be her good friend and serve her dinner because my house is a mess. I can't I can't go to this and serve her or go to her house because I'm not a good cook. She's going to judge my cooking. I'm not going to be able to do XYZ because of comparison and judgment, or I'm overweight, or I'm all the things. Like, we do that as women all the time. My kids are too crazy. If you're, for years, I've been a stay-at-home mom. Well, I can't go anywhere because my kids are crazy, and, she's going to judge me if, they're out of place, or, if I go to coffee. A lot of times I had to take my kids. Well, we couldn't sit there and talk, and I couldn't pour into this person because I would have to chase my kids all the time. Well, sister, let me just tell you right now, stop allowing comparison to steal part of your purpose here on earth, because the Lord is saying, if I have led you to serve somebody else, if I have led you to do a good deed for somebody, he will provide a way. And I promise you, that person is thinking the exact same things that you're thinking. Oh my gosh, she's going to see my XYZ that's not good enough. She's going to see how I'm over here, or what I'm doing, or da-da-da-da-da-da. And you're both comparing each other when really we just need to stop and love on each other and serve each other and lift each other up instead. So that was a side note to today's Create. But what I think is so amazing is that God said, I am ready to design you. Just like when you sit down to do anything art, to do anything, home decorating, whatever it is that you sit down to do that is creative, and you are so excited about it, you just put all of your hard work into it. You are just all that, you just pour into it. And it doesn't even necessarily have to be creative, like arts and crafts kind of creative. Are you amazing at writing books? Are you amazing at crafting, work things? Like, what do you, like work emails and writing blogs and creating speeches? Is that your thing? That takes time, and you have energy to pour into it. All of those things that you pour yourself into, God did that tenfold to you. Oh my gosh, He poured into you. And that sketchbook, I can just imagine the sketchbook of the years of my life and the years of your life that He had to unfold. Because the thing about it is, Scripture says that we're not fighting from victory, we're fighting for victory. So that means that He went into our future and solved every problem that we have anxiety for, every comparison, every judgment, every wrongdoing. He has a solution for, and He has vindicated us and given us a double portion for that wrong. And so I think that's amazing that He chose the God of the universe that created all the things, thought you were so special, to spend time before in the sketchbook creating your life and setting your life and plan in motion and giving you the thing that is amazing to me is He said, I formed you and set you apart. So that means that it's not like on the journey, okay, you'll get this little thing, and on the journey you'll get this little thing, and on the journey you'll get this little thing. We were given all of them and equipped. We were equipped and designed way before in the womb. And so what that means is we already have all the things in our hearts. We just have to allow God to grow them and mature them. That's the thing, sister. You are not lacking, and you're not waiting for God to give it to you. If you need it in your life, and if it's supposed to be for you, you already have it. You just have to stay planted in His Word to be able to allow Him to water it. There's a reason that God calls Him the living water and the light. What grows plants? Water and sunlight. And so staying in Him and allowing Him to mature you enough spiritually allows you to grow those things inside your heart, so then He can ultimately walk you through into your purpose. So sister, you were created on purpose, and the amount of joy that you have when you do an amazing Bible journaling thing, or you write that amazing book, or create that amazing thing, or design that house where it all just flows together, and oh my gosh, it gives you so much joy. That is the joy that He felt tenfold. So sister, today, take that and hold on to it, that you are so special. You are so, so special, and you were created on purpose for a purpose, sister. So let's walk into that purpose together. This channel is all about helping you stay planted and allowing Scripture to come off the page and into your heart. Come back to this channel. If this really touched you today, please subscribe below and hit the like button, comment. If there's scriptures that you would love me to talk about or do devotionals over, comment below. I would have a wonderful day. And